The Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor is not just another fighter jet. It is widely regarded as one of the most advanced and formidable aircraft ever built, a machine that redefined air superiority and set a new standard for what a fifth-generation stealth fighter should be. When you look at the Raptor, you are not simply seeing an aircraft, you are witnessing decades of American engineering, billions of dollars in research and development, and a vision of future air combat that became reality before most of the world was even ready for it. The story of the F-22 is not just about an aircraft, but about power projection, national security, and the balance of global air dominance. And today, we are going to take a deep look into this extraordinary jet, its design, its performance, its strengths, its controversies, and why it remains a symbol of unmatched air superiority even decades after its first flight. To begin with, the origins of the F-22 go back to the late Cold War. In the 1980s, the United States faced the very real possibility of confronting advanced Soviet aircraft in a high-intensity conflict. The Soviet Union was producing jets like the Su-27 Flanker and MiG-29 Fulcrum, fighters that outclassed most of NATO's frontline aircraft of that era. The U.S. Air Force wanted something beyond just an incremental improvement over the F-15 Eagle and the F-16 Fighting Falcon. They wanted a completely new generation of fighter that could dominate the skies in every possible scenario. Thus was born the Advanced Tactical Fighter Program, a competition between America's top aerospace companies to create the most advanced stealth air superiority fighter in history. Lockheed Martin, teamed with Boeing and General Dynamics, produced the YF-22 prototype, while Northrop and McDonnell Douglas built the YF-23. Both aircraft were revolutionary, but ultimately, the YF-22 was chosen in 1991, and it evolved into the F-22 Raptor we know today. From the very beginning, the F-22 was designed with stealth in mind. Unlike earlier aircraft that were stealthy only from certain angles or in certain configurations, the F-22 was engineered to have a minimal radar cross-section from almost every direction. Its unique shape, internal weapons bays, radar-absorbing materials, and careful alignment of surfaces all contribute to its ability to remain undetected. On a radar screen, the Raptor doesn't look like a fighter jet, it looks like something closer to a small bird, or sometimes disappears entirely depending on the radar system being used. In modern warfare, where detection often equals destruction, this stealth capability gives the F-22 a massive advantage. It allows the aircraft to engage opponents on its own terms, striking before the enemy even knows it is there. But stealth alone does not make a great fighter. What makes the F-22 truly extraordinary is the combination of stealth with speed, agility, and raw power. The Raptor is powered by two Pratt & Whitney F119 PW100 turbofan engines with thrust vectoring nozzles. These engines give the aircraft a level of maneuverability that is almost unreal. Unlike traditional jets, the Raptor can direct its thrust up or down, allowing it to execute extreme maneuvers that would be impossible for other fighters. Whether it's performing a rapid vertical climb, a high angle of attack maneuver, or out-turning an opponent in a close-range dogfight, the Raptor's agility is second to none. Pilots often describe it as an extension of their own body, reacting instantly and fluidly to every control input. Another groundbreaking feature of the F-22 is its ability to supercruise. Most fighter jets can only sustain supersonic flight by using afterburners, which consume enormous amounts of fuel and make the aircraft easier to detect. The F-22, however, can cruise at supersonic speeds without afterburners. This means it can travel faster, farther, and more efficiently than its rivals. In a combat scenario, this allows the Raptor to close distance on an enemy, strike, and disengage with incredible speed, all while conserving fuel and maintaining stealth. This is not just an incremental improvement, it is a fundamental shift in air combat performance. The avionics of the F-22 are equally impressive. The jet features some of the most advanced sensor fusion technology ever created. Its radar, the AN/APG-77 Active Electronically Scanned Array, provides long-range detection and tracking while being resistant to jamming. But what makes the F-22 systems truly remarkable is the way they integrate data. Instead of the pilot having to interpret multiple radar screens, targeting systems, and electronic warfare sensors separately, the Raptor fuses all the information into a single coherent picture. This means the pilot always knows exactly what's happening in the battle space, where the threats are, where the allies are, and how to engage most effectively. In modern air combat, where situational awareness often determines victory, this capability is priceless. Weapons-wise, the F-22 may not carry as much externally as some other fighters, but that is by design. To maintain stealth, most of its missiles and bombs are stored internally. It can carry a mix of AIM-120 AMRAAMs and AIM-9 Sidewinders for air-to-air combat, as well as precision-guided bombs for air-to-ground missions. While its primary role is air superiority, the Raptor is versatile enough to strike ground targets with pinpoint accuracy. Importantly, the aircraft is also equipped with an internal M61 Vulcan 20mm cannon, giving it close-range firepower if needed. In exercises and simulated combat scenarios, the Raptor has consistently demonstrated overwhelming kill ratios, often defeating multiple enemy aircraft without taking a single loss. Now, while all of this paints the F-22 as an almost unstoppable machine, its story is also one of controversy and limitation. First, there is the matter of cost. Developing the Raptor was extraordinarily expensive. Each aircraft costs well over $150 million, and when you factor in research and development, the total program cost exceeds $60 billion. For this reason, and because of shifting defense priorities, the U.S. government made the decision to end F-22 production in 2012 after only 187 operational aircraft were built. Originally, the Air Force wanted more than 700 Raptors, but budget constraints and the changing global security environment forced a dramatic reduction. As a result, the F-22 fleet is relatively small, and despite its unmatched capabilities, it cannot be everywhere at once. Another limitation is that the F-22 was never exported. Unlike the F-35, which is sold to allies around the world, the Raptor was kept exclusively for the U.S. Air Force. This was partly due to concerns over protecting sensitive technology, and partly due to political decisions. While this maintains America's technological edge, it also means the aircraft's production line could not be sustained by international orders, further contributing to its limited numbers. Today, the U.S. has to maintain its Raptors carefully, upgrading their systems and keeping them relevant, because replacing them will not be easy. Operationally, the F-22 has been deployed in various missions, though it has never faced a peer adversary in direct combat. It has been used in patrols, deterrence missions, and precision strikes in the Middle East. While these missions did not push the Raptor to its full potential, they demonstrated its reliability and versatility. In exercises like Red Flag, where the U.S. tests its best aircraft against simulated adversaries, the F-22 routinely achieves kill ratios as high as 20-to-1 or better. Pilots who have flown against it often describe the experience as hopeless. By the time they detect the Raptor, they are already dead in the simulation. This reputation has cemented the F-22 as the gold standard of air combat capability. Yet the world has not stood still since the Raptor's debut. Other nations have developed advanced fighters of their own. Russia has the Su-57, and China has the J-20, both of which aim to challenge American air dominance. While it is difficult to make direct comparisons, most analysts believe the F-22 still holds significant advantages in stealth, agility, and sensor fusion. However, with only a small fleet in service, and with newer technologies being developed worldwide, the question arises, how long can the F-22 maintain its dominance? This is part of the reason why the U.S. is now developing the Next Generation Air Dominance Program, a future aircraft that may eventually replace the Raptor. But until that day comes, the F-22 remains America's most capable air superiority fighter. Beyond its technical performance, the Raptor carries a symbolic weight. For many, it represents the peak of American aerospace engineering, the point at which technology and ambition reached a kind of perfection in fighter design. When the F-22 first entered service in 2005, it was like something from the future. No other country had anything remotely comparable. Even today, almost 20 years later, many argue that no other fighter in the world has surpassed it in overall capability. It is a reminder that true air superiority is not achieved through numbers alone, but through technological innovation, pilot training, and strategic foresight. For the pilots who fly it, the F-22 is more than just a machine. It is a guardian of the skies, a weapon of unmatched precision, and a tool that gives them confidence in any mission. Many describe the experience of flying the Raptor as unlike any other jet. The cockpit is designed for efficiency and visibility, the controls respond instantly, and the aircraft seems to anticipate the pilot's intentions. When flying at high altitude, supercruising faster than the speed of sound, invisible to enemy radars, and fully aware of the entire battlespace, the pilot of an F-22 occupies a position of extraordinary power. That psychological edge is as real as the aircraft's physical capabilities. Of course, maintaining such an advanced machine is not simple. The Raptor requires specialized maintenance and support infrastructure. Its stealth coating, while incredibly effective, must be carefully preserved. Its avionics need constant updates to keep pace with evolving threats. And because the fleet is relatively small, every single aircraft is precious. The Air Force invests heavily in training, logistics, and upgrades to ensure that the Raptor will remain a frontline fighter for decades to come. Already, modernization programs are underway to enhance its sensors, communications, and weapons, ensuring that even in the 2030s, the F-22 will continue to be a formidable force. Looking at the bigger picture, the F-22 is not just about combat capability. It is about deterrence. In military strategy, sometimes the most powerful weapon is the one that never has to be used. The very existence of the F-22, with its reputation for dominance, serves as a warning to potential adversaries. It tells the world that the United States can achieve and maintain air superiority whenever it chooses. This psychological and strategic effect cannot be underestimated. When allied nations see the Raptor in their skies, they feel reassured. When adversaries see it, they feel caution. In this sense, the F-22 is not just a fighter jet, it is a geopolitical tool. As we reflect on the Raptor's legacy, it is important to acknowledge that no aircraft lasts forever. Technology advances, threats evolve, and new challenges emerge. But the F-22 will be remembered not just as a fighter, but as a game changer. It bridged the gap between the fourth generation of fighters like the F-15 and the fifth generation represented by the F-35 and beyond. It showed what was possible when stealth, speed, agility, and advanced avionics were combined in a single platform. And it set the bar so high that, even today, other nations are still trying to catch up. In conclusion, the Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor is more than just the sum of its parts. It is a technological marvel, a strategic asset, and a symbol of power. Its story is one of ambition and achievement, but also of challenges and compromises. It may not be perfect, and it may not exist in the numbers originally intended, but what it does better than any other aircraft in the world. For as long as it flies, the skies it patrols will be under the watchful dominance of one of the greatest fighter jets ever built. And when the day finally comes that a new aircraft takes its place, the Raptor will remain in history as the jet that redefined air combat for an entire generation.